Now, the MPP also, before the filing of nomination, held a news conference today, and they've leveled allegations against the ruling NDC, accusing it of training thugs to unleash violence during the upcoming parliamentary by-election in Akwatia. Addressing the media, MPP officials claim intelligence gathered by the party points to what they describe as well-orchestrated plans by the NDC to intimidate voters and disrupt the electoral process. According to the MPP, the alleged training of the group is taking place in parts of the eastern region with the aim of influencing the outcome of the polls. Here is Director of Communications with the MPP, Rashid Tanko.
Town before the by-election in their own interest. Upon the assurance of the IGP, we want to make it abundantly clear that any soldier involved in the Akwatia by-election will be considered and dealt with as a thug, or in a manner as a thug. We therefore call on the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and in whose responsibility, and on whose shoulder the responsibility of the security of the state rests, to call Richard Jakpa to order and ensure that no soldier meddles in the Akwatia by-election. We are also reliably informed that the NDC has been training some of the thugs they used or deployed in Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun under the guise of national security and intends to clandestinely clothe them in police uniform to deploy them during the by-election. The NDC and the Ghana Police Service must know that as a party that has just exited government in less than a year, we have our eyes and ears on the ground and on them, knowing what the NDC is noted for. The IGP has also assured us that the police have completed their deployment plan and will make the lists of their deployed officers available to the various political parties. On the honor of the IGP, the MPP demands the requested list of the senior officers to be deployed to each electoral area and the regional commanders who will be assisting them. We also request the IGP that all police officers on duty for the election must wear their official name tags, for easy identification and the avoidance of infiltration by the thugs that are planned to be included. We make this reasonable request with the hindsight of the police brutalities on the non-violent Let My Vote Count Alliance demonstrators in September 2015, where several demonstrators were trapped and mercilessly assaulted and one lost his eyes in the process. Learning from the unresolved incidents from the Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun, the New Patriotic Party will defend itself. The New Patriotic Party will defend itself if the police fail to do so.
Right, so that's the MPP latest allegation ahead of the parliamentary by-election at Akwatia. Let me cross over to Akwatia now, where the Deputy Director of Elections with the NDC, Rashid Tanko Computer, is joining me. So, Mr. Computer, good afternoon, and I see it's raining where you are. How is the weather treating you at Akwatia?
Elton, let me say good afternoon to your cherished viewers and the good people of Ghana. You can see we are in the field. We are cruising all over the place, trying to sell our messages to the good people of Akwatia, while our opponents are holding press conferences. They are all over the place in Accra holding press conferences. They won't come to the ground and see what is going on in the ground. They're rather interested in holding press conferences in Accra Clearly, it appears they don't even know what is going on in Akwatia as of now. And I must say, look, the MPP, they have no business, in fact, to talk about issue of violence and other things. Our records are very clear in terms of handling issues of election violence. The issue he mentioned of Ablekumanov, just yesterday, judgment was passed. The police got conviction for 8 people who were found to have involved themselves in the violence that led to the beating of Hawa Kumsin. The police got prosecution, they were prosecuted and convicted.
In fact,
talk of what happened to Ayosu
on that particular matter, they pleaded not guilty. So all of them are on a 100,000 Ghana cedi bail.
Elton is wrong. They pleaded guilty to the charges and they were convicted. In fact, tomorrow that they are going to be handed over their sentences. They were convicted on their own plea and each of them was given 80,000 bail. So that tomorrow the judge will now give them the sentencing. So they accepted guilt and they were convicted based on their acceptance. That is the mark of change that we have seen. What His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has done. What happened to Ayosu Wogo? You are aware of Techima South. They killed people in Techima South, broad daylight. Ayosu Central, Savilugu. People were shot, probably at election collection center. Up to now, has any soul been arrested? Today they are talking. How Akumsi should be arrested? She was found with a dangerous weapon, pepper spray. What is she talking about? They've convicted those who beat her up, yet she is walking free. That one, my colleagues in MPP, they don't see anything wrong with that. Instead of them to be talking about that water so that justice is done, it takes 2 to tango, not 1 person. But they have accepted their fate. I can assure you, we are on the ground. The police have taken control of all the place. If you are moving in Akwatia, you will see checkpoints. They are searching vehicle upon vehicle to be sure that nobody has a dangerous weapon. My vehicle was searched 3 times today. I allowed them to do their work. They opened my boot, opened every part of it.
Mr. Tanko,
that's their work.
The allegation is that you are training thugs. I mean, that is what the MPP is saying today, that you are training thugs to unleash violence on election day. Perhaps I will give you the opportunity to respond to this particular allegation. Is it the case that you are training your own security personnel to provide security on election day?
You see, this is a baseless accusation. Baseless accusation without any foundation. I can tell you today, we are training our party agents. I can give you pictures. I've visited 3 centers where we are training our party agents. That is their problem. They don't even understand the electoral process. We are training our party agents who are going to man the polling stations as agents to understand the process. I can send you videos and pictures of the training, and you see whether it has something to do with anything. We had meeting today with the police. Listen, the Electoral Commission, we held a meeting today, DIPAC meeting at the Electoral Commission office. After that, they mentioned to us how we should go about the training, and we told them we are training our agents today. MPP, instead of them to go and train people, they won't train. These are the things they do. They do press conferences. They won't train their officers. Then on the day, they will come and mess everybody out at the polling station. Then there will be pandemonium at that because they don't understand the electoral process.
Right.
We are investing in training our party
there's actually
agents.
Training, but you are only training your party officers who will man the various polling centers.
Yes. Today, we are doing our party agents training. And I'm saying that the police are even aware. They've seen us moving to the centers and training. I say I can give you video and pictures of it now. You can put it out there so that my colleagues will see. They will see people holding pink sheets. We ask them to write. You know, in our training, we ask them to write exams. They look at the figures and let them to understand it. They will see them holding pink sheets, and we are training how to go about it. They won't do this. They are doing press conferences.
All right. Let me bring in, let me allow for some reaction on this matter, but I'll also come to the kind of agreements the parties plus the police have come to regarding deployment, whether there's going to be military deployment, because the MPP says that any military officer they see, they will treat that person as a thug. Let me bring in the national organizer. I'll come to you for some reaction on that, Mr. Tanko. But then the MPP national organizer, Henry Nanabuachi, also joins me. So, Nanabi, the NDC Deputy Director for Elections says that they are rather training their party officers who will man the various polling centers. And it's not the case that they are training people to provide security.
Thank you very much, Elton, and good afternoon to my brother Rashid Tanko. I think, and he's welcome to Akwatia. He's been making a lot of noise, and this is the first time he's probably stepped foot in Akwatia, so he's welcome. In any case, we have trained our agents twice. We even have more training to come. So if he's not aware, so maybe he's late in the day. But you see, the New Patriotic Party, we are rather, we want to even help the government. Help we speak. Ghana has dropped 6 places on the 2025 Global Peace Index.
Right.
It's serious. 6 places. And even in Africa, from 55th to 61st. It is serious. And even in the Swedish, from 55th to 61st globally, and then also from 4th to 7th in the sub-Saharan Africa. So, one of the key indicators that reflect in the assessment of this peace index will be how well you conduct yourself, especially with election. And for us, we have suffered a lot as a result of election-related violence. All issues we raised today. Number one, we met with the Ghana police. Rashid Tanko was present. He was late. He was very late on the day. He apologized. He said he got the time wrong. So he was very late. We had agreed. In fact, the police had briefed us that they were going to deploy 5,000 policemen and that they will not need the assistance or the interference of the military.
Right.
We again stressed that we have gotten intel that some persons, close military attire, will be hovering around the police wing. Again, the respected IGP, COP, said that they have enough men, they are fully prepared, they are well equipped, and they will not need the presence of the military in Akwatia. As at yesterday, we saw a military car, 6 military men in the bucket, 4 military men inside. They were heading towards Wenchi. We again saw them coming from Wenchi.
So, and this Wenchi is in the Akwatia constituency?
Yes, it's within that, yes, Achim Wenchi, yes. And again, my constituency chairman called me yesterday and told me that as he was approaching Kusi is also another town in Akwatia, he again saw another military car. And
what exactly are they doing there? Perhaps, you know,
we do not
business
know.
Rather than
that is
the
why we are
by-election.
saying that, look, I'll take, we have enough policemen in Akwatia as I speak. And Rashid is right. They have mounted a lot of road checks. Their presence in Akwatia is heavily being felt. So we do not understand the presence of the military. We are well aware that they have not been officially assigned or sanctioned whatever operation they are doing there. So we are rather appealing to the CDS that the police told all political parties that, number one, they are in charge of internal security. Number two, they are in charge of this security regarding Akwatia by-election. And for that matter, they do not need the interference or the presence of the military there. Again, we have also received intel that some people who also dress like the military or the police. That is why we are saying we do not want any mask. Recently, you've seen that all the operations they undertake, either the police, sometimes they go in masked. And I don't know why. If you are undertaking your lawfully assigned duty, Why should he be in a mask? Why should he be in a mask?
So you conclude that you do not want to see any military officer there?
No, in fact, we do not expect, and I'm not sure because the CDS will not officially assign anybody. So people, some rogues, some thugs would want to go and dress like a military person, and that is what we are warning against.
Mm. You also took some time to name Rashid Tanko as somebody who is trying to, who is also put together a group in the name of national security to supervise the elections, and you say that you do not want to entertain such an act.
Not at all. The police is in charge of internal security. The police is in charge of this security regarding this election. There is nothing about national security operatives in this matter, and we do not want to entertain any such rogue operation.
All right.
Because we have met the police, and that meeting was very good. It was attended by the NDC, the MPP, and other political parties. And we had a very good meeting. And the police subsequently even engaged the media and displayed to the media their preparedness, how well they are equipped, and then how well they are prepared for this by-election. So for that matter, we do not need any other form of security under the guise of Akwatia By-Election security to come and disturb the peace there.
Let me allow Tanko to come in. So, Mr. Computer, from the NDC's perspective, is it the same, vibe that you are taking to the election, that you also do not want to see any military officer on the ground as far as the parliamentary by-election is concerned? Because by the police arrangement, they are fully in charge and they are capable of providing the necessary security to ensure an incident-free election.
It's on record. Mm-hmm. When we talk of national security, election security task force, it doesn't mean only police. The National Election Security Task Force comprises the police, armed forces, immigration, fire service, and then customs. This group and National Security Secretariat, this group constitute what we call the National Election Security Task Force.
But as far as this election is concerned, what has been the narrative of the IGP as accepted by both parties?
I'm saying that this election is being supervised by the National Security, this Election Security Task Force. It is not only the police, but the police is the lead among the groups that we are talking about. And so, this one, the issue that he's talking about, have you forgotten of Azugu masks? Is it the first time security people are wearing masks? As the MPPs have forgotten so soon that Ayawasu West Wagon, by-election, Azugu group, they came there with masks. They came with all that. Today, they are having problem with officers wearing masks. Abba, MPP, just 8 months.
So therefore, the NDC, Mr. Tanko, your side will not be surprised if you should come across military officers. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm saying that since we have a National Election Security Task Force, the military doesn't come forward in terms of election supervision and protection. It is the police. The military only stand by where there's a need for them to be invited by the police. The IGP will do so. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you see them moving around, don't forget that area. We have a lot of issues about Galamsey.
Right.
And Galamsey business is ongoing, which the state is also fighting Galamsey. And the security forces are in the forefront in fighting that. And so they might have different roles that they are coming there to do. The fact that you've seen them pass doesn't mean that they are coming for the elections. And let me tell you, look, the issue of Comrade Tanko, he's doing his work. He's one of the operation officers. In fact, he's the officer for special duties, director of operations, special duties.
Right.
At the National Security Secretariat. The fact that we have elections doesn't mean that he shouldn't operate. He's keeping touch and make sure that there is security in the state where there are people who want to hide behind the election and disturb the security of the state. We'll fish them out.
All right.
They will be arrested. That way, they won't allow anybody to hide behind the elections and misbehave and disturb the security of the state. It won't happen.
All right.
That's why we are telling them that let's all play by the rules. We met the Electoral Commission today. We listened to them. We are satisfied with their plans and everything. The security are there. We've listened to them too. We are satisfied. That's why I'm telling my brother they should come here and then stop this kind of press conference. The work is here.
Rashid Tanko, thank you very much. I like your watch anyway. Thank you also, the national organizer of the MPP. What we need is peace. And if there's agreed rules of engagement, we all expect that the political parties will go by it. But we'll leave it here for now. The by-election is just around the corner, and we've got an extensive coverage for you in the coming days. This is the pulse here on Joy News. Now, let's stay a little longer on matters relating to politics, because President Mahama has been speaking. There's been a lot of talk about whether he will want to run a third term, whether the NDC with their majority in parliament is nursing the idea of having the constitution amended so that President Mahama can go for a third term in office. Well, there appears to be some clarity on this matter. President Mahama has reaffirmed his adherence to Ghana's two-term presidential limit, stating that his absence from the 2028 ballot will put him in a stronger position to enforce fiscal discipline and curb the perennial election year overspending that has fueled cyclical economic crisis. Now, speaking during a bilateral meeting with the Singaporean President, Chairman Saratecha, on a 3-day state visit, President Mahama decried the practice of incumbent government circumventing fiscal safeguards to carry favors with voters.
When our founding Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, met Nkrumah, who is really not just a Ghanaian leader, but a Pan-African leader. And from those days, we've always viewed Ghana as a key player, not just in West Africa, but in Africa as a whole. I know you've inherited a very difficult set of challenges, but you're off to a very strong start in repairing the situation and re-injecting confidence in Ghana, and we in Singapore, in whatever way we can, through our government agencies as well as our companies, will do what is useful to support you in your efforts.
We have had historical ties from the period of our first presidents, and we view Singapore as a role model in our journey to create prosperity for our people.
Well, that's President Mahama there. Let me bring back the MPP national organizer, Henry Nanabuach, who wants to make a quick intervention on some things said by Tanko Computer. Nanabi, so what intervention do you want to make now?
So Elton, number one, the Akwatia By-Election, the security setup is not handled by the National Election Task Force. This is false. The police charge of security. The National Elections Task Force was set up for the general elections, the parliamentary and the presidential. This election is going to be handled by the Ghana.
Okay.
Again, Richard Jakarta doesn't have any business to be in Abuja. You see, Rashid Tanko is confirming all the suspicions and all the intel we have received. In his last submission, he is admitted that yes, indeed, the power is in the constituency, and he is ascribing galamsey activities as part of the reasons why he is in the constituency.
Okay.
So, and then the military as well. Please, IGP Yohunu, And again, as I've said, we have dipped low in the peace index. The country doesn't have good image when it comes to peace. We expect the IGP to handle this. He should not allow, he should be firm, he should be strong. He should not allow any rogue operation to go on in Akwatia. He should not allow any operations that he has not sanctioned to go in Akwatia.
Right.
So this Tanko man is confirming all the allegations captured in our press conference. He's confirming all. Again, Japa or whoever doesn't have any business to be in Akwatia. The police, they are doing their work very well.
All right.
Military, we have agreed, they do not have any role to play in Akwatia. If they have any galamsey operation, they can come after the by-election. We do not expect to see them there.
All right.
IGP Yohunu, please be fair.
All right. Nanabi, thank you very much. We'll leave it here for now. This is a pause, and of course, this matter will not go away anytime soon until possibly after the parliamentary by-election. But Henry Nanawachi is the national organizer of the MPP. We're taking a short break here on the pause. When we return, we've got a conversation around the computerized school placement system and what is new this time when we return from this break right here on the pause.